if you want help for your kids, then go out and look for it. Don't get me wrong, I'll go live on this app, but not once have I asked for money.
Yeah,
I
exact.
wait for
That's what
my
I
money.
say.
I
If you're
pay
that
it. That's
desperate, get
that's
off
the other thing
TikTok.
about this app, right, guys? Anyone can be a content creator, but you do know you're self-employed. Any self-employed person knows you have to pay your own taxes. You have to pay your own taxes. Therefore, TikTok, Facebook, social media in itself is a job. You are classed as a social influencer or whatever you want to call it nowadays. But yes, you are self-employed. Some people might not declare it, but most people do. You have to by law. You have to. You have a unique reference number. You pay your own taxes. So, please, TikTok, social media in itself is a job. You're paying taxes, therefore, you know what I mean? There we go.
Do you know the thing is for me? Yeah, what the thing that gets me is why would she now think that he would want to help her after doing that to him? Like, if someone did that to me and tried to name and shame me because I didn't get back to someone quick enough to help clothe their kids, why would I wouldn't want to help them after that? Because it's shown their true intentions of where they stood. You know, it
Yeah.
it.
It,
I
like I
truly
said,
believe, and
like,
I know this sounds
for
savage,
clothes
yeah.
and stuff and that, though, for clothes and stuff for your kids, if you're struggling, clothes and stuff for your kids, if you're struggling, clothes and stuff for your kids, if you're struggling,
It says you need clothes and stuff. Okay, if you're that in need, then sitting in a box and slagging off a creator isn't gonna clothe your kid. And I know it sounds really, really harsh, but it's the goddamn truth.
if
Sitting
the
in a
lady needs
box and
clothes and if she's got a little boy or whatever, I'll tell her to inbox me. I've got plenty of clothes that I literally give to charities most of the time. So if she wants them, she can have them. Brand new labels on whatever. My son grows rapidly. So again, if you want to forward this on to where you can, I've got clothes from size 7 to 8, 9 to 10, because my little lad is 10-year-old and he's that tall. He's now in 12 to 13, so there if she
thank you.
wants it.
No one's shaming anyone for struggling.
I haven't shamed anyone. It's okay to ask for help, but you need to ask for help in the right ways. I don't think you should put uh, all responsibility onto one person. I think if she asked multiple people, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. You know, you're asking other people. But when you've only asked one and then put screenshots of only one, who actually replied to you and said, I'll see what I can do over how many people who probably ignored you and blocked you, you got to see where the bias looks, that you've only screenshot and put one on live. So by all means, if you need help, ask for help. Go for it. We all need help in life. But be prepared that if someone says no, that doesn't give you the right to now shame them because one person can't save the whole world.
Just to clarify, this comment, is she in a safe house by any chance?
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, they will get plenty of help if she's in a safe house. There's loads of different charities out there, and Carly's quite right in what she's just said. There's plenty out there to help.
Yeah, there is. And speaking from experience myself, I've been in one 3 times now from fleeing domestic abuse. And as soon as you get in there, the first question they ask is, what age is the child? Do you have enough clothing for them? Do you have the essentials? And they provide you with as much as they possibly can. And then within the first week of you being in there, your benefits are all rectified. Everything's put in place so that you receive the correct amount of money. You're on the correct benefits. The support is there. You're given your own one-on-one support worker. The kids are also given a support worker to deal with them too.
Yeah, listen, I'm not here discrediting anyone's story. I'm just saying there's other ways to get help. I'm not saying that what she's saying isn't true, but just to clear that up.
The fact of the matter is, the fact that she's on the internet on TikTok, whilst in a safe house, which obviously is going to reveal the IP address to anyone who wants to find it, that location is consistently compromised every time she is on the internet.
Thank you, Kay.
And at the end of the day, she's just turned around and said that she had to give the proof that she was in the safe house to EQ Minx. Now, if you're in a safe house and you're fleeing domestic abuse, you're not going to compromise your safety by giving your location to some random stranger off the internet.
No, that's a big red flag. You can't do that because you're putting other people's there as well at risk.
100%.
Yeah, I always knew that people was gonna instantly jump on, oh, don't talk about kids, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not necessarily the kids that's been spoken about. It's the fact that someone's being blamed for a kid not being helped. And I don't think that person should have that level of stress on them, you know.
It shouldn't anyway. It's wrong on all levels.
In my opinion, it's a massive form of manipulation because there's other avenues to go down. It's not like DG is the only avenue. There is literally avenues in the UK that most countries don't have that we should be lucky and fortunate to have. So if you don't want to use that, but you want to blame someone else, your priorities aren't in check. Because, again, if my kid needed clothes that bad, I wouldn't be on TikTok talking in a box. That would be the last of my priorities. And that's not to say that people with kids can't be in boxes. I've not said that. I just mean that if you're in that level of desperation of help, I don't think my first thing would be is getting in a box and slagging someone off.
And also, if you're in a safe house, you shouldn't be on TikTok anyway. You're there for your own protection. So, and I don't understand why she would even state that she was in a safe place.
The weird thing was, when I was in the refuge for fleeing DV, yes, we had internet access, but we were told that if we were found to be on any social media platform whilst we were in there, we would be kicked out because the social media platforms compromised the safety of anybody else that was in that safe place. No social media is allowed when you're in safe houses.
Miss Mop, just because someone doesn't agree with someone doesn't mean they're dragging them. I know that's really hard for your little brain to understand because I've seen the comments that you put in people's lives. But just because someone isn't too sure about what someone is saying doesn't mean that they're dragging them. Miss Mop. So maybe try to learn that. And then comment. Right, we've got someone else requesting. If you want to request, you've got an opinion, please do request by all means, by the way.
I've just saw someone who went and comment. You can some safe houses you can use social media, but you are not allowed to state that you are in a safe house because it's again, it's putting yourself at risk and it's also putting the people around you at risk. So there is times when my sister's been in there themselves, you can use social media, but you aren't able to tell people that you are in that safe house. And normally your social media is checked upon on the guardians in the safe house. So this is it. So sorry, Sophie Fellows, it is actually true. As I stated, you can use social media in some safe houses. However, you aren't able to state to people in the public that you are in said safe house, because if you are in said safe house, it's there. The name is there. It is a safe house, right? Where you are based and where you live. In certain areas, there's only a very small amount of safe houses, which then indicates that you are easily trackable. So in that instinct, you aren't able to state that you are in a safe house, especially on TikTok when there's thousands of people in that live. You are putting yourself at risk, you're putting your children at risk, and you are also putting the people who are also in that safe house at risk. So in this aspect, it's making me personally doubt that them even in said safe house. Me personally, after hearing everything which is going on today and hearing everything yesterday, and also from just smartly thinking, is it actually true now? Thinking, is she even in this safe? I'm not accusing and stating that she is or she's not, but things just don't add up.
I don't really talk a lot on these, but I've just seen that comment from Miss Mop. Look at all these women with big gifter badges dragging a woman, well done. But it's okay for other men and women to drag DG repeat,
not
just once.
Amen.
But it's okay to do it to DG. I'm not criticising this woman. I don't know the situation, but even if he did help her, there'd be then a train of people asking for help. And at some point you have to say no. Would then he be a bad person? It's not just she brought it to the app. I'm not, like I say, I'm not criticising. I'm not. Everyone needs help now and then, but TikTok isn't the place to turn for help. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. And to put that
comment,
responsibility in one person's hands is it's disgusting, honestly. Because
that comment, I just didn't agree with it. Yes, his deactivated account. He didn't look in a good way last night. People can say what they like, but they come with all this. You're dragging a woman down. Well, what about the people that have been dragging DG down for months and months? He's not changed since he first come on this app. He's always been DG. He's always done what he's done. But people now seem to think that they have some kind of right to drag him down. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
If that was a woman being constantly dragged down, constantly tore apart, everyone would have something to say. But because he's a man and because he's showing a bit of feeling, do you know what I mean? I just don't agree with it. I just didn't agree with that comment, sorry.
no, I agree. Thank you, Danielle.
No, it's all right.
Mods.
I don't do this shit, but that's all.
No. Thanks, Danielle.
That's a bit for me.
See ya. Well, before we continue this chat, any moderators in here now, anyone with a CC, which is comment cap, block them out. Their words don't need to be in here because they're just vile, horrible trolls. So anyone moderators with the CC, that's like Miss Mop, anyone with the CC comment cap, just get them straight out, okay? Thank you. All right, does anyone else want to come up and give any opinion of what they want to say? Otherwise, I'm just going to move on.
The thing you may want to look into, Alex, is there is a video on there put on by JC and Wolf together. They have banned the comment DG in their comments.
Thank you, sir.
And no one is allowed to mention him. He's asked for nobody to message him. He just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, no, I've seen that video, which is why I wanted to try not talk as much about him, but rather this woman's behavior, because she's happy enough to come on a public platform and shame someone for not helping her kids when probably as the mum.
DG has done so much, not just with regards to the funny videos and everything else. I mean, as Alex knows, because Alex knows me off this app, I have 2 kids that both have severe learning difficulties. One's autistic and ADHD, the other is ADHD. And both of them absolutely idolize DG, watch his videos day in, day out, and they didn't take any offense whatsoever by any of his content or anything that was said. It was said in jest. There was no offence meant by it in any way, shape or form. So anybody who's jumping on the hate train claiming that he went for disabilities, it wasn't done in that context. It was done as a joke.
I agree. I second that. I've got a child with autism and Tourette syndrome, and I get it 100%. He didn't mean it in that way. He was just having a bit of banter with all Karens on this app at the time. But I'm going to jump out anyway, guys.
Thank you, Unique. Have a good day, Unique. Thank you.
Can I just say, I don't know if anybody was in the Spartans battle where DG won it, and it totaled £3,500 in coins, and he gifted them coins to a lady for a holiday. So he does give back to his community. And I just think the whole week he's just had drama after drama, people pulling him down. He's a man, mental health is rife, but men don't speak out. And obviously this has just took a toll on him because he's a father as well. Because
it's not taking... Red Wine CC is another one that can go. Moderators, anyone with CC comment cap, they are the lowest of lowest people. They don't need to be in here. It's because men's aren't taken seriously. So at times you're like, well, what's the point of even talking out about it when all it's going to do is be joked about or used against you, you know?
Yeah, it's horrible. And I really feel for him right about now. I really do. Because I know he'd be the first one to help any woman, any child. He's not a bad person. That's all I've got to say on the matter.
Oh, thank you, Heather. Not Catherine. Heather,
that's all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, this app is full of double standards.
Hello, Heather.
Hello.
What would you like to say?
Sorry, can you hear me? I'm in the car.
I got you. I can hear you.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to say is, like, on this app, it's like, if it suits your narrative, then they'll run with it.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
if it's the
she
talking point.
Yeah, so basically, if she's gave her safe place addressed to Minx, who is a supporter of obviously EQ, who mocked Molly, who's got cerebral palsy, when she was going for the weeklies. I hope she has the same energy for her that she does for DG.
Yeah, but they won't because they're all part of the clique. But everyone loves to talk about the cliques, but not the actual cliques on here. Oh, Heather just muted. Oh, there she is. No, I agree. Thank you, Heather. I agree. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfectly.
First of all, the woman wasn't asking DG for money. She wanted to reach his viewers to ask them if anyone lived in her area, could they donate second-hand clothes for her children? So no one was asking DG for money. He said he would give her a platform to ask for that, and then he went back on that for whatever reason. You can't blame him for that. That's his choice, no hate for that. That's up to him. But people saying she was asking him for money and it's not DG's responsibility. She wasn't asking him for money. She wasn't asking him to clothe her children. She was going on to ask viewers to donate second-hand clothes. She didn't slag him off. She went into, I think it was Canadian Angie's boxes and said, I'm just looking for a platform to ask for second-hand clothes. DG was going to give me his, but for some reason he blocked me. She didn't slag him off. It's just the story that's being spun here that she was asking him for money and DG doesn't have to give it. So you're all saying DG gives to food banks. That's brilliant. That is really commendable. But in the same breath, you've got all his viewers saying, well, he doesn't have to help anyone. It's their own responsibility to clothe the children. Well, it's their own responsibility for people to feed the children. So why donate to food banks? Why donate to anything if it's everyone's own responsibility?
The question of the matter is with regards to that, Joanne, if she's in a safe house...
I don't care about that. I'm not addressing that. That's irrelevant.
1 second.
I'm on about the thing that's being spun, that she was begging DG to clothe her children, which
No, Joanne, 1 second. She was begging DG to get clothes for her child, right?
No, she was begging DG for a platform to go and ask his viewers if anyone lived in her area, could they donate second-hand clothes?
Okay, and then respectfully, he didn't do... First of all, he didn't say yes. He said, I got the screenshot here. Let me see.
That's fine. That's his prerogative. That's
all
fine.
Right. Can I finish speaking? Like you was allowed to speak.
Sorry.
Otherwise, it's not a conversation. He said, let me see what I can do. He hasn't got back to her, and then instead of her, just leaving it at that, because like you said, she doesn't want to put all of the pressure on DG. She goes into a live that's clearly slating and talking about DG and puts up a screenshot. And to what you're saying is she's not slating him at all, but she's just going into a live that's talking about him, using a screenshot against him to try to act like he doesn't help her kids. But also you're saying that it's not his responsibility. Can you see the contradiction here?
No, I can't, because she showed proof that she'd asked him and that he'd gone back on that. For whatever reason, it's his prerogative. To my mind, she didn't try to incite hate against him. I could be wrong. I could be wrong in that.
Did you watch the clip?
Yeah. I was in the live when she went to Canadian Angie's and asked her for help, and she put it out on her platform. And people, I don't know if anything covers.
You see, when you go to Canadian Angie, you already show what you're doing.
At the end of the day, Canadian Angie is on the biggest hate train for DG.
When you go to Canadian Angie, you're already showing what you stand for.
Oh, really? Why is that? What do we stand for?
She's the biggest bully on this app. It's unbelievable. And if you don't see that, then you're not going to see anything, Joanne.
Canadian Angie is the biggest hate train on the app.
Sorry, I wasn't. I went to where the lady went. The lady went to Canadian Angie's.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
You go to Canadian Angie to try to ask. You're missing the point here, Joanne. If you go to Canadian Angie for everything, you're aligning yourself with the biggest bullies on there. Now you have no relevance to complain about anything.
I'm not complaining.
Not you, the person who went to her, not you.
The person went to her because she didn't get the response from DG, but she also clearly knew that Canadian Angie and EQ are all against DG at this precise moment in time. So she knew that that would fit her narrative to get herself out there and get herself what she wanted and get her voice heard.
Okay,
but now it's turned into a complete hate train for DG because of Canadian Angie.
Can I ask a question then? So it should have gone to a different platform, someone who doesn't hate DGs, they should gone to, I can't think of anyone, Misread's platform, rather than...
Do you know what she should have done if she was that desperate to clothe a child? Get off TikTok and stop slating someone for not clothing your child. Is what she should have done.
Him for not clothing the child.
But if you're that desperate for your child and your kid is your priority, maybe get off TikTok and start clothing your child.
I'll state again, I'm not for DG or against DG. I'm not for Canadian Ange or against Canadian Ange. That is an irrelevance to me. She could have gone on to a DG supporters platform and asked for help there. That's my point.
So if you know that, then how can you then sit and say that it wasn't a hate train?
I didn't say it wasn't a hate train. Not from me, it's not a hate train. I don't know what it was. I don't know what her thing was. I don't know what her agenda was, obviously. How do I know what her agenda was?
No, I'm saying, you said that you didn't see any, like, malice towards her, talking about it. But you're also saying on the same breath that she should have gone elsewhere. So you're contradicting what you believe.
No, I'm saying you slagged me off because I said the lady then went to Canadian Ange's and asked for help in there.
I slagged you off.
Well, yeah, because then you said, well, that shows what you're about. That shows the kind of
The
person
definition
you
of
are.
slagging somebody off is saying something beyond somebody.
Okay, sorry then you criticised me then. You didn't slag me off, you
No, I
criticised me
said...
because I said I went to Canadian Ange's. But if that lady had gone into a different creators, you turned it on to me to
it's not your problem
for who I wanted to watch rather than sticking to what it is. The lady didn't ask DG for money. She wanted his audience.
She also clothes and then complained when he didn't give.
She wanted anyone's audience to reach out to ask for second-hand clothes.
That's when I'm reading this, it says, I've got the screenshot.
Anything else?
I've got the screenshot here. She didn't ask
him for money.
I've got the screenshot here. She didn't. She doesn't stop. I've got the screenshot here. She didn't ask for an audience. She asked for outfits. She said she's struggling and her son is autistic. And if you do read this, and he's replied back saying, let me see what I can do and I'll try something, but I'm very busy today. So I can't see any asking about, everyone else to pitch together. All I can see is DG needs to help. So if we're going to, talk about her actions, let's speak on the receipts and the facts. Otherwise, that's speculation, and that's not fair on DG.
Well, every other live she went into, she asked to speak to the viewers. She didn't ask the creator.
But we're talking about the screenshot of what she said.
Where does it say, have you got some money, please, to close
But you're putting that in people's mouths because no one's mentioned money. About 50 times I've said now clothes. I don't know how else you need to hear that. But no one's mentioned money apart from you. So now you're trying to throw that narrative in here that someone said money, which nobody has mentioned money once, Joanne. So I don't know if you've been sent here to try to make this live look bad, but nobody said money once. You've said money now. You've put that in people's head that she asked for money. So that's on you, Joanne.
Okay, I'll take
Sorry to interrupt you. Can I ask one question? If she was asking for clothes and she's in a safe house, how did she think the clothes would land at the door, if I may ask?
She apparently, from what I understand, she was going to meet someone. She was given out to say she lived in Liverpool. I don't know, a certain area of Liverpool. Apparently, she was going to ask to meet someone, at an Asda car park. That's what I understand.
Right, yeah, but at the end of the day...
Not compromising the safety of your kids if you're meeting some random
Sorry, can I just say one thing? Is that if she was saying it's a safe house that she's in, I mean, she's putting everybody at risk, number one. And number two is that you're telling everybody on the platform, even the person that person who she didn't want to see could have made a fake account and met her. What about that? She's not thinking. She should have thought first before doing that. Surely the safe house people could have given her clothes and food and roof over her head. So what was she looking for? I mean, come on.
There's refuges around that would have helped her clothe her child. Coming onto a public platform and going for big creators, what responsibility is it of DGs to clothe that woman's children? Or am I missing the point?
No, that's what I've been saying for the last 30 minutes, an hour, but people can't get it in their heads. So thank you for repeating, Kelly.
I have got 6 children who I clothe and feed and put a roof over their head every single day, and I don't ask anybody for a penny of help. They're my children, they're my responsibility. Not DG's, not Miss Red's, not any of the other big creators.
Amen.
So I don't understand why DG's getting all this hate for him not helping. It's not his child. It's not his responsibility.
Yeah, I freaking agree. Thank you, Kelly. Samantha Joe, hey.
Hi, no,
She's
I just
like
wanted to
any of the other
correct
big
her
creators.
because
Oh,
I know
sorry.
that you weren't talking about her. You were saying it showed that other woman's intentions of going in Canadian Angie's live, and it just so happens to Charlie and them. We're talking about DG last week and trying to get him involved in drama as well. So she picked technically 2 live platforms who have already been talking bad about him to then say this stuff. And if she's going to meet somebody, why would she go into Canadian Angie's live? Like, if Canadian
Exactly.
Angie's live is going to friggin', if she's going to send her, how is she getting stuff to her from Canada?
Yeah.
Canadian Andrew
honestly.
is one of the biggest bullies
Thank you, Samantha.
pages on this app. So to go to her was a big mistake anyway.
The amount Canadian Angie gives Evil Queen, if she really wanted to help that woman in that amount, she could have just gifted her, but she doesn't. She's the biggest drama starter bully, and for someone to go to her to ask for help, you've already shown that your morals are totally wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, and now that the cockapoo thing's like done and over with, she's been grasping at anything. to start
Grasping,
anything
literally,
now.
like I've seen her lives, and she's like, "Oh, there's nothing to talk about." Like
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, no, going. So I do stand by going to Canadian Angie shows exactly who you are, because you might as well just go ask the devil at that point. To be honest. Hello,
But
Carla.
there's definitely, sorry, Prince Brat, there is
Oh, go on.
definitely, there's Facebook Marketplace, there's places like that. There's places out there that will help people. Her going and saying that she's going to meet a stranger in a car park, is that not putting her and her kids at risk in the first place?
Absolutely. I don't know how else you could see
It's
it.
the same more or less.
Hello, Carla. Sorry, go on.
The same things. Oh yeah, just wanted to say the same things. I mean, you're in a safe house, you'll have social workers and other people involved that can get you anything and everything you probably need. So why would you go meet someone in a car park or put yourself at risk? And it just so why it's getting put on DG? Is she slagging all the other creators off? I mean, why just go to the 2 creators where they're having murders at the time? Just don't
Yeah,
get it.
and then if someone has the right to say no, this is the thing that is getting me. Someone has the right to say no. It's nobody's responsibility to help every single person on this app. DG has helped people mentally. That's already a big thing. He's helped people get out of places where they can go onto a live platform and feel safe and just, know that things are going to be okay. It's no one's responsibility to physically help everyone, because the problem is once you help one, everyone else will help. I know it sounds horrible, but it's the truth. See one person helping and now everyone's got a problem. And how the hell do you go, this is legit, this isn't?
I was just about to say, how are you meant to know which one's telling
It's
the
not
truth?
fair on anyone to do so. If you need the help, take the right procedures to get the help. But don't sit and cry like a baby when someone doesn't want to help you, because all that screams is I'm using my child's difficulties to start a hate campaign against someone who's already left the app. That's what it looks like.
But again, if she's fled a DV relationship, there will be social services.
Sorry, I'm going to just drop down now and let someone else up.
Thanks, Carla.
And
You drop
social
me down too,
services,
please, Prince Brown. Thank you for letting me up to say my point.
Thank you.
social services will help her regardless, especially if she's fled a DV relationship.
Yeah, they can't just leave her in the sideline with
They
kids.
have a duty of care.
Yeah, 100%. And I just have to ask, why now? And that's what I want to ask people. Why now?
And why DG? Why not?
Yeah,
go
because
to-
he's the talking topic.
Yeah,
And that's all it
exactly.
is. Like I said, if she released 30 screenshots of everyone ignoring her, I'd be like, okay, well, she's not really going for someone. She's just upset about the fact that no one will help her. But it's the fact that the lives that she's chosen to go in, alongside the timing that she's decided to talk about DG, it screams what it screams. And again, I'm sorry for anyone who's in a situation where they can't clothe their kids, but there is avenues in the UK for you to clothe your children.
100%.
I
know that firsthand myself. I've been there.
And it's,
Alex, you're missing the main point on here. You're missing the main point, because the point is every single creator on here who's in the rankings all have they all have to make sure that they help every single person on this earth. That's what they have to do. No matter what anybody else, I'm taking the piss, by the way.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying. No matter what, they have to take the full responsibility for everybody else. But it seems like it's not just DG who gets this, it's DG and the Wolf, who I've noticed they get the most of these kind of situations coming to them. And he's just getting too much now. Like, at the end of the day, I can't even get.
JC's had it as well.
I'm going to do a quick poll and just see what people in the chat think, because a lot of people don't want to come up. I don't know why, but hey ho. Do you think that DG was wrong to not help the child? If you think he was wrong, do a smiley face. And if you think he wasn't wrong, do a sad face. I just want to genuinely see what people are thinking. So it's not look like that we're just like one-sided, you know.
Prince Brat, I'm going to go anyway. Thank you for letting me
All
up.
right. Thanks, Kelly. I like you. Please come more.
Thanks.
See you, Kelly. That sounded creepy, didn't it? She was good.
No, she's chose to go into the Hate Train lives knowing that it's going to fit her narrative with regards to bringing him down.
Smack bang on, sassy.
Yeah, bang on.
Not only that, but in that screen recording too, I know that everybody was like, "Oh, she wanted him to ask the viewers." If you listen to her at one point in the recording, she actually says, "Oh, I just want to talk to like his gifters, like not viewers, gifters."
Yeah, objectifying. So objectifying. Listen, just the main point. If you really want to get a message out there, please don't go to Canadian Angie. No one will take you seriously. Like
No,
legit.
because it's just another hate train for her to jump onto, to get herself back out there on the platform and to be alongside her favourite best friend, EQ. And we all know what EQ's narrative is. Everybody
I don't even
knows.
want to give EQ airtime in here. Canadian Angie's someone who people actually need to look out for, because she's genuinely dangerous. She'll like bring you in as if she's trying to help you, then spin it to fit her narrative. So be careful of that one, honestly. Be careful. I'm going to play a different clip, so do any of you have anything else to say? Otherwise, I'm just going to close the boxes.
Nope.
No? All right, well, thanks, Samantha. Thanks, Elise.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Lassie.
No
Guys are the
worries.
best. Thank you. Oh, I'm up here alone. All right, guys, so before we continue, we're going to play now with JC and the Wolf. But before we do continue, I would just ask everyone to get your your heart me's in and your team bracelets. And I'm going to be the biggest beg now, but yeah, team bracelets and heart me's. I've got a small little gifting goal up there of roses. I think it's a hand heart and a hot shot. So if anyone want to show your appreciation through that would be great. I can't see my chat. All right, I'm back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Are we back? Are we back? I've gone from freezing cold to boiling. I'm going to put my fan on. Thank you for all the roses and team bracelets. You guys are the best. Remember, you don't have to gift, but yeah. Make sure you follow me if you're new in here, guys. If you're having a good time, put yes in the chat and we'll move on. And to the lady out there, there's a lot of people in the chat, and even from Team DG. Oh, thanks, guys, for all the heart me's and team bracelets. You're epic. There's a lot of people on Team DG and, in the chat who would also be willing to send some clothes for the child. So if you need the help, if you're watching, please reach out to anyone in the chat. Like I said, it's never a nice situation for someone to feel like they can't clothe their kids. And I do sympathize with that. I know people are going to try twist that. I really do. But I also don't think that it's morally okay to put that level of stress or responsibility only on one person. Because there's only so many people one person can help. And we don't know behind the scenes what bills and rent and stuff people have to pay. And I don't think it's fair then, if that person politely declines, for you to slander someone's name for not helping your kids. And more so at a time where they're the talking point. I don't think that's fair. I think DG deserves better than that. He comes on here to make people smile and give people a good laugh, and I don't think that's fair. And I know there's a lot of Team DG in here, so please do put blue hearts in the chat for DG. Make sure you follow me, guys. We do FYP every single day at 1 p.m. I'm just here to give people a voice, be honest, be real, and, just bring some fun and light to people's lives. So make sure you do following me. Get your heart me's in, team bracelets, and again, we got that little gifting goal up there. It's like roses and stuff like that if you guys want to help. Violet with the subscription. Thank you, girl. All right, we're going to watch the clip of the Wolf and JC talking because I think it's an important one to highlight how DG is feeling. I think we need to also all spread more of a message that men's mental health matters. Like, I want to ask you a question. Thank you, Stacey, for the heart me. I want to ask you a question. Luke the Judge is back tomorrow, guys. I know we've all missed him. He's back tomorrow. 3:30, his usual slot. I want to ask a question. If DG was a single mother who wasn't able to help a child, do you think he would be getting the same reaction? Because in my opinion, I don't think he would. I think it's really genuinely down to being a man and having the stereotypes to help the world, and like he's tough and nothing will break him, so we can say what we want. And I think it's really important to highlight in this live that men's mental health really does matter, and it's just as important as women's. No more important, no less important, but it's just as important. Please take this seriously, because we don't know what someone's going through off a camera. We don't know what someone's feeling when they turn that live off. Please just take everyone's mental health seriously, regardless of whose it is what I'd say, because it really does matter. It really, really does. And if you agree with that, if you can just put a red heart in the chat just to, like, you know, show some love for mental health, it really is an important thing. And I think we need to take it more seriously. And it's something that I'm going to push on here. There's a reason why I don't like people screaming and shouting in my boxes. And you'll notice no one's screaming, shouting, or if someone gets personally offensive, they can go. I don't care how many followers you have, because this is a safe space. You can have whatever opinion you want, but people's mental health do matter. And people like Canadian Angie, who use people's low mental health when they're at their lowest to benefit their own channel, shouldn't be allowed on here, because that's dangerous, you know. Playing with people's mental health is freaking dangerous. And like, for example, what Canadian Angie did to Dean, she played with his mental health. She played on the things that he was going through in real life to benefit her channel. And when he didn't want to go live because of his own mental health, then she started a hate campaign against him. So people like Canadian Angie, please open your eyes up to that. And Bella and all of them, please, please, please be careful. And I mean that truly from my heart, because mental health is honestly so important. And I don't think it's taken seriously enough. So we're going to listen to this clip now. Thank you for the roses, guys. Thank you for the heart me's. Crasher, you're a legend. Ali, I love you. Thank you, everyone. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being respectful in here. If anyone has been triggered at any time from this live, I apologize. I've tried to kind of go through all these topics whilst keeping mindful that there are people watching here who could be triggered. But if it ever does get too much, please swipe out. Even if you need to swipe out for the rest of your live, your health is much more important than the number, you know. So please swipe out. And if it is too much, put it in the chat. And if we come to a vote that is too much, I'll just happily stop the discussion and move on. Because, you know, the viewers are the people that make these shows. You guys are the ones who give the opinions. And it's so important that your mental health is considered more than just a number or a gift, or, you know what I mean? And I truly mean that.
He doesn't want people coming in and going, his name muted out of my chat. He doesn't want people coming in and going, DG this, DG this, DG this. He just literally wants to be left alone. That's it. That's his basic what he said. He knows where I am if he needs me. He knows I'm a phone call, a text, and half an hour away. He knows all that. He literally says, I just want to be left alone. That's it. Yeah. He doesn't want people fucking holding lives about him. But at the end of the day, obviously, we know drama lives and all them lot are going to do it, because obviously they're going to want to speak about it or whatever else. But at the end of the day, I think he just doesn't want his mates talking about it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can put the keyword in my life, guys. DG. Yeah. Put the keyword in my life.
I wasn't speaking about DG. I was talking about someone who's tried to bring DG down even when he's come off the app. That's why I was intentionally talking about the woman and her accusations, because she hasn't asked for privacy. She's gone on a public app and addressed that. I haven't done a live on DG. And anything that I have done, I feel like I've been very respectful. And I think people in the chat will agree that too. There's a reason why I closed these boxes when I played this clip. There's a reason why I closed the boxes, all right?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Because I feel like when you start constantly having people go, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" You get to the point where you're just like, "Oh, will you fuck off? I just literally want to be left alone." And I get it. I've been there. But like, respectfully,
it's sad, isn't it? It's sad, isn't it, when someone who, hi Luke, it's sad when someone who just wanted to give good content and make people smile has to feel this low where they just want to be left alone. Like, that's sad, isn't it? Because you see the people who are successful on here, none of them want people to be happy. Like, oh, a lot of them don't, to be honest. A lot of them want to break people and play with people's mental health and embarrass them for their own views. But this was someone who just honestly wanted to bring smiles to people's faces, and it's such a shame that it's always the good ones that have to be affected. It's always that way, and it's horrible. You don't see this person, DG, you know, going for kids or accusing people of X, Y, and Z. You see him in his house having fun with people, bringing people some light, making shows like Come Dine With Me, like just bringing fun. And it's so sad that the good ones have to be turfed off the app due to the evil clique, which is why it annoys me when people keep talking about the clique, because there's a clique right in front of you who are taking people down one by one. There's a clique right in front of you, like literally on the live, but nobody wants to talk about that clique. But as soon as Miss Red comes on live, everyone wants to talk about a clique. There's a group of friends versus genuinely a clique who is out there to take people down one by one. The clique is Evil Queen, Canadian Angel, she ain't no angel, Canadian Angie, right? Karma Kaz, who now wants to even call himself Evil King. I mean, talk about what we all said about Evil Queen's puppet. He called himself Evil King. I mean, come on now. And then there's a few others who are all working together with them, but that's a click in your face who are going one by one to take people down versus a group of friends who are just going on live and talking. Like, open your eyes and start talking about the clique. Let's actually talk about the clique. Let's actually bring it to light, because there's genuinely a very dangerous clique on here that is somehow getting away with all of this. And it's because not enough people are seeing it, people aren't talking about it. That's the problem. They see it, they don't want to talk about it because it makes them feel uncomfortable.
He knows, truthfully, his followers who watch him day in, day out, always care about him. But what he's saying is he doesn't want people constantly messaging him going, "Are you all right, mate? What's going on?" Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine having thousands of people messaging you the same stuff. He knows that you love him, he knows that you like him, and he knows that you're there for him. But respectfully, he just doesn't want anyone contacting him. He just literally just wants to be left alone, that's it.
It's sad, isn't it, that he's got to that point, guys? It's so sad because he's got such a big support network, but he feels so alone at the moment due to other people's actions of nitpicking at every little thing he says and does that he just wants to be alone. Like, that's so sad. Is that not hard to hear for some people? Like, it's sad because everyone knows who knows him that he just wants to bring light to TikTok, you know? And, you know, the thing he said may not have come across the best way due to clips being cut, but it was so clear that he wasn't talking about any disabled kids or adults, and like, it was so clear. And there's people, again, I'm not going to name names because we all know who, but there's people who directly talk about kids in every single argument, and they don't even no one even batters an eyelid, like, literally. But someone does an impression and then somehow people relate it to disabled kids and adults. But there is someone on this app who was literally destroying people because of their disability, destroying people because of their age, destroying people because of the way they look. But no one batters an eyelid because they have the word evil in front of their name. Like, people need to understand the priorities of where they're using their energy towards. It's insane. Like, I can't even understand it, honestly. I really can't. Guys, if you're in here and you're enjoying, please do drop me a follow. Like I said, I do this every day at 1 p.m. I'm on here to give my opinion and my opinion only. I'm on here to let others have their view and their say. This place is a safe space. And if you can just drop your heart me's, your team bracelets. Thank you, Miss Fox. Thank you, Tracy. And then we got a small gifting goal of the roses, hand hearts, and the football gift. If anyone wants to help with that. If you can't gift, don't worry about it. You're still welcome in here. But thank you. If this is your first time in here and you're enjoying this, can you put yes in the chat? I just want to see who's new in here. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, boss lady.
And then other than that, that's it. That's so that's all he said he wants.
Ah, thank you, Naima. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, there's Cody, it's not your first time.
It's in person as well, bro.
All right, well, all of you who's saying yes, if you're going to come back each day at 1 p.m. And watch me each day at 1 p.m., let's put a blue and a white heart in the chat. Thank you, Jackster.
I was just saying, like, basically...
Thank you, MKT. Thank you, Miss Fox.
Bro, you smell like a wax mount.
All right. Then there's one with DG and the Wolf, which was quite sad. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, if we can get the taps up, guys. There's 395 of you in here. If we all just tapped for maybe like 2 minutes straight, I know it's a bit annoying, but if we all tap together, we get to like 50k in no time. That would be freaking crazy. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for the heart me's. Thank you for your gifts. Honestly, I truly appreciate it. And thank you.
Bro, you're not in your element.
No, it doesn't. No, I know it doesn't matter either way. It doesn't matter. Like, there's no way I'm putting up. I'm never putting up them scores anyway. So it's pointless battling you, isn't it?
Do you want me to come to yours and give you a cuddle?
No, definitely not.
I don't know if anyone was watching this live, but this was the part when I was watching where I could feel his like feeling almost defeated, and not defeated in the point that he wasn't winning battles, but defeated in the point that what he set out to do, he's just constantly being torn apart for it. And it felt like he was just losing his, almost like his spirit and his enthusiasm. And it's hard to see someone because, again, he means no bad, you know?
You do?
Nah, I don't, honestly.
I think you need a cuddle, bro.
Nah, I don't. Definitely not. I'm all right, honestly. I'm sweet.
Blue hearts in the chat for DG, please, guys.